Hey everybody, so for months now, people have been asking me, what do you think of the Boss Katana? Well, I thought I'd take a look at the 100 watt head. It's no secret that I am not a fan of combo amps, as they're usually lacking in one of the most critical elements, the speaker. I'd rather go with a dedicated head and hook it up to the amp of my choice. So what we got here is the Katana 100 head. It's similar in concept to other amp modelers, but they kept it simple with only 5 amp types: acoustic, clean, crunch, lead, and brown. That covers all the bases without getting unnecessarily complicated. The rest of the top panel is quite straightforward. 3-band EQ, 3 effects knobs, presence and volume knob, plus a stepped power output control, which is great if you're in a bedroom or an apartment and you don't want to disturb your neighbors or have the cops called on you. On the back panel, there's a speaker out, phones and record out, line out, effects loop, USB connection, foot control input, and MIDI. I'd also like to note that the programmers at Boss were just a little bit smarter than their competitors. You can hook up the USB connection, record off it, and use the app all at the same time. Wow, what a great idea! Now, what really surprised me was the inclusion of a tiny speaker in the front panel, which is kind of cool. Leave your cab at your rehearsal space and you've still got something to play through in your bedroom. Kind of reminds me back in my college days when I used to lug around a Gallien-Kruger 250ml. Except the Katana is a whole lot lighter. So what's it sound like? Let's check it out. We're gonna plug the Katana into my standard signal chain here, which is the Coffee Custom Cabs Lungo, and mic it up with a Roswell Delphos. Here we go. Okay, not bad at all. Now let's check it out in a full mix where we'll kick on the brown mode for both the rhythm tone and the lead as well. All right, that's pretty good. I'm especially pleased with the lead tone. Now, if you don't have a cabinet to mic up, the included cabinet emulation is quite good. You basically get 9 variations, with my favorite mode being Rec for airfeel and Deep for resonance. Someone correct me if I'm wrong here, but switching it to live mode almost feels like the cab emulation has been switched off, which will allow you to use the third-party impulses. Great stuff. As far as factory installed impulses go, the ones with the Katana are the best I've ever seen for this class of amp. So let's take a listen to that full mix again with the Katana direct versus mic'd up. Although I much prefer a real mic'd up cab, the direct mode will definitely do the trick if you're on a limited budget. And when it comes to effects, you've really got all sorts of options. There's a total of 58 available, and you can load 15 into the amp at once with 3 running simultaneously. You can also tweak the chain to change the order. All of this is accessible via the Boss Tone Studio app, which is available for Windows, Android, and Apple iOS. And I gotta say, I love the interface and that it's been tweaked for on-screen use. That's a big plus. Sliders are far easier to control on-screen than a knob, whereas knobs are great in the real world, unless you're working with some. And the effects are great too. There's a bunch of different overdrives, including the turbo overdrive, which I think sounds pretty damn wicked. There's distortion, chorus, flanger, phaser, and even several different wah types to choose from. Make sure to get an expression pedal for this because the wahs are a whole lot of fun. And of course, there's a bunch of reverbs and delays and that sort of thing. One caveat here is that the effects are mono only, and that's kind of a bummer, but not a deal breaker, because I think the Katana has it where it really matters, and that's in the tone. I have been disappointed by so many smaller modeling amps because the distortion just doesn't work for heavy music. The Katana was a pleasant surprise. If I were gigging at a lot of small clubs or in a college band where I was taking a lot of public transit and I needed to move my amp frequently, I would seriously be looking at the Katana head. It's $349 US or 339 euros at Thomann, and it's a great solution for anyone in a bedroom or an apartment, but it will definitely put out enough volume to keep up with a live drum set. So if you're looking for a versatile amp that won't cost you thousands, the Katana might be just what you're looking for.